Good morning, everyone. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how can you run MySQL server in a Docker container. So essentially, we use we can use this environment to learn a MySQL database. Running a MySQL database server in a Docker container is very simple. So this tutorial mainly focuses on that. Now, in this tutorial, we are going to run MySQL server in a Docker container, then connect to a database. Connect to the database that was created, then create a table, insert data into the table, delete rows, finally drop the database, undrop the tables and drop the database. That is what we are going to do. So let me explain you the architecture or my deployment, what I have. So I'm running this entire tutorial on a Windows host. So I'm having Windows 10 as host machine. I'm running it on Windows 10 operating system. Then I have a virtual machine which is CentOS 7. It's a Linux machine in a Linux, which I'll call it's a guest machine, which is running on the host. So inside the Linux machine, I have a Docker container. So inside the Docker container, I have my SQL server. So essentially, I'm running inside a Docker container MySQL server. You know that MySQL server binds to a particular port, means lesions on a particular post, that is 3306. So MySQL server is listening on a port 3306. I'm going to use a GUI tool, MySQL Workbench, which is a GUI tool with which I'm going to use MySQL Workbench and I'm going to fire queries on a database, create DB, create tables and stuff. I'm going to do that. In this tutorial, I'm going to use MySQL client as well. So I have a MySQL client which is running inside the same Docker container, and I'm going to connect to MySQL server. So a typical database, you need, if you want to connect to a database, you need a host name. So you need host name, which is like local host. So technically the database is not running in my host, it is running it in my guest machine. So the MySQL server is running on my guest machine. The MySQL server is essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to port forward all the requests that are coming on 3306. If a request comes to 3306 on Windows localhost, it is forwarded to the CentOS mission. From CentOS mission, it is going to forward it to the Docker container and then finally reach the MySQL server. So I just use the port forward mechanism. Now to connect to a database, you need a host name, you need username. Username is root, and you need a password for the root. So the root password is admin, and you need a port on which the server is running. I have the server is running on the port 3306. These were the essential thing: host name, username, password, and the port. So with this essential information, we are going to connect to a MySQL database which is running on a CentOS 10 mission. Okay, so this entire tutorial you can find it on my GitHub repository, Docker Compose MySQL. So this has all the instructions. You can clone my repository and you get the entire information here. Okay, so let me switch on to the terminal. Now, uh, I'll slightly take few minutes and explain you two things. Here I'm using Vagrant. Okay, so Vagrant is like a small utility which will help you to bring the virtual machine up, shut down the virtual machine and stuff. So the virtual machine configuration is defined in this file, Vagrant file. Similarly, the entire Docker compose, okay, entire the MySQL server definition, you can find it in the Docker compose.yml. We can slightly walk through those files as well. uh, Let me go through the files. So I have Vagrant file. Now if you see the Vagrant file, the IP which it got is like the server, the guest operating system, the CentOS operating system is having this IP. So any request that is coming on 3306 on the host should be port forwarded to the guest. This is what all you need to know. This is, you really need not to run this entire tutorial in a MySQL server on a Vagrant or in a virtual machine. You can run it if you have a Docker Compose. You can run it on your Windows as well. Now this is what I have. Now in this tutorial I'm going to run MySQL 5.7, and I have a normal user named Alex and Alex password, and the root user called admin. Okay, and which is port forward 3306. Uh, is port forwarded into 3306. Okay, now let me take SSH to the my Windows machine, sorry, my Linux machine. So I use Vagrant SSH, which is nothing but essentially I'm taking an SSH terminal to the my Linux machine. Now let me switch to root. I switch it to the root, and I'm going to a folder called Vagrant. This folder is nothing but the files present in the GitHub repository, my GitHub repository. If you clone my GitHub repository, so these are the files. These are the same files here. So when you are running a Docker Compose, you need to be in the directory where you have Docker Compose.yml. So the a simple way to get the SQL server up is Docker Compose up -t. So this is going to spin the MySQL server up and start the server. Now the server is up and it is running. If you want to see Docker -compose ps, which shows this server is up. My server name is like MySQLD. Now let me take a shell to the MySQL server. So Docker -compose exec execute MySQL database, and I'm going to take a bash shell to it. Sorry, I let me check the service name. Something has gone. Docker compose exec MySQL d bash. Let me check. Something has gone wrong. I think MySQL DB. Sorry, sorry for the confusion. I defined the name as MySQL DB. Okay, so Docker compose exec MySQL DB bash. I'm going to take the bash shell. Now I'm going to run MySQL client, MySQL hyphen user equal to root hyphen password equal to admin. So I am in MySQL terminal. I am in a MySQL prompt. Show databases. So I don't have any database. Now I'm going to create one simple database called company database and insert few rows into it. So let me do one thing. I'm creating a database called company. Okay, the database got created. If you want to see show databases, you can see the company DB. Now let me use the company DB. Okay, I change it to the company DB. Now let me create a table. Okay, so I created a table and I'll insert a column. Like the table has two field, okay, name and address, and I'm going to insert a row which is like a Facebooking. The company name is Facebooking and its address is like one hacker way. And I'm going to query the table and you can see that details present. So now I use MySQL client to connect to the MySQL database. Now let us do the same exercise with the MySQL workbench. So now I'm connecting with MySQL workbench. Okay. So if I see now I have a company database. Okay. And I have two tables, sorry, one table customer and which is having two columns. When I run query on it and you can see that Facebooking one hacker way. So now you understood how to run MySQL server in a Docker container. Now let me do one thing. So even if you restart the virtual machine, even you restart the Docker container, the data is going to be persist because we used persistence volumes while we create a MySQL. Typically in a Docker, when you restart the Docker process or when you restart the host, you are going to lose the persistence. So we use the persistence volume. Let me explain this. Let me come out of the Docker container. Okay, now I am on my Linux machine. So Docker volumes -v. I, I think, okay, so sorry for the blender, I just forgot the volume command which will show what are the volumes, persistence volume for it. Generally it will be in var lib docker volumes. Okay, so here we are having the MySQL server volume. So this is like a persistence location where whatever the data you insert in the database will be in this folder. So let me try one more time. Docker volumes ls. That's the command, right? So here you can see this. This is one of the persistent volume. So this Docker Compose uses persistence volume. Even you restart the container, the database is going to be persist. Now let me stop the server. Docker -compose stop. I'm stopping the MySQL server. MySQL server is stopped. So let me do a refresh. So you can see that we are unable to connect to the database. Now let me start the DB. The database is started. Now let me see. Yes, the tables are there. Let me do a refresh. Let me select first 100 table. The tables were there. So you need not to worry that you're going to lose information in your database. Uh, then the rest is like very standard. If you want to drop table, now let me connect to the MySQL DB Docker hyphen compose exec mysql db mysql. Even you can connect in like this, okay, hyphen user equal to root hyphen password equals to admin. So you can directly, here in this command, instead of bash shell, I directly ran the MySQL client. Then I will use company DB. Okay, now DB change. Then I'm dropping the table customers. If you go ahead and if you just refresh, here you can see the company DB doesn't have the tables. So now let me come out and delete the database itself. So I think I need to be in the root sudo su minus. Okay, I'm where I am. Okay, I'm in the root. Let me go to folder vagrant. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the Docker container, docker hyphen compose. Remember the command down, and you can say hyphen v. So this is going to stop the MySQL server, delete the persistence volume, delete the network, everything. So the MySQL server is gone. If you go and do a simple refresh, here it says that it cannot connect. Now let me do one thing, docker compose up hyphen d. So this brings MySQL server up in a detached mode. Once again, the same thing. It's nothing but an empty MySQL server. If you do a refresh, there is there is no schemas at all. So let me connect once again. It has an empty schemas. Okay, it doesn't have the company DB. This is how you can tear down the MySQL server and restart it and bring the fresh MySQL server very easily up with the Docker Compose. So with this, I'm done with my MySQL and Docker Compose. Hope you might have liked it. Okay.